What is going on, everyone? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is doing really well today. Um, I know today I was not supposed to come out here in this on this miserable day like this, but it's only about 20 to 30% chance of rain. So nothing should be too heavy at this time. Okay, so let's get to let's get for today's video. All right, because remember, life can be too difficult for keeping out of people's business. Okay, so remember that if you don't have anybody in your life, that's fine, you know because I'm peacefully happy where I belong at this time, so nothing can be too depressing. Okay, so just remember to to retrace your steps. Okay, remember, this past weekend I left my umbrella at my office, so unfortunately I could not be able to find it, but that's okay. So but the next day I saw my umbrella. Ever since I just came back, it was there, so I just grabbed my umbrella, from the office, so I took my umbrella home with me, safe and sound where it belongs, so nothing is gonna happen to me, and I'm really glad I'm doing the right thing, okay, so I fought all my struggles through, trying to find what it's left, and keeping out of people's property, without taking my permission, okay. And when my parents, picked me up from work, I left my batch to the other night, so, but, when I woke up the next morning, I happily found my batch, there was, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I So I'm really glad nothing is gonna keep me into trouble, for this time of year. You know, nothing can take away my happiness. Okay, so I still got because I know today is in today I took a nice rest in my bed for the moment before I came out here to do my routine, so we can get this so we can get this done by today, so okay. Yeah. Well, anyway, that remember that life was too difficult to keep people's out of business, okay? So, because even though, you know, so nothing is going to be forgotten, So, yeah. Cause like, unlike last month, it took me it it took the whole about a whole week later, I found my cap and my badge, and I was thinking about, and I asked myself, where's my badge? Where's my badge? It's underneath the bed, and I found it, So, but yeah, we just gotta. So you just gotta be very careful, retrace your steps, So it's very important that whatever you cannot find, either it's at your home, or whether it's in your car somewhere, easily where you can find it, so nobody can steal it away from you. All right, and remember that, because remember, so still got you still got your family who's still taking care of you, because nobody is gonna lose you just yet. So you got a few years left. I don't know. Okay. Remember that, because remember that you're not, you know. So I'm glad you're not in trouble. You're not uh, gonna get yourself into that messy situation here. Okay. So because because during my because every weekend I take a 30-minute lunch, and I suddenly left my cap at the office, but I don't think I could ever deal with that, So remember, because life can be too difficult for me to keep people out of business, but you're finding the right way, and that's how I retraced all my steps, Okay, just remember, let's say this for example. If I lost my Apple Watch, it's underneath the sofa. So I'm not too worried about it, because it's underneath the seat. Okay? Because I'm glad that my Apple Watch has not been broken, luckily, Okay? Because, after a couple of days, it's finally over, Now we can enjoy the holidays together. Enjoy it while it lasts, because 2025, it's coming to an end. So remember that 2026, it's gonna be having an easy life to do around here. I don't know, whatever the case it may be. So hopefully you or your loved ones are gonna stay together. Excuse me. But yeah. So remember that don't get sidetracked for not finding it. Okay? So whatever you do, focus on finding what you need to do to get back on track, so we can correct our mistakes. All right. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for the love and support. I know we're struggling, to fix this case, but hopefully we're gonna get everything resolved, so our benefits should not be affected, not just you, but by others. Okay? All right, guys, so take care of yourselves. So we'll talk about it on my next video. So take care of yourselves, and then we will hopefully to see you tomorrow. Thank you, and take care.